Hello everyone, welcome to drinknectar.com. I'm your host, Josh Wade, and this is the internet's place to explore the five senses of coffee and wine. With springtime here and warmer weather coming, I decided to start reviewing some white wines. Typically see reds up here on this table, but I have a few wines from Desert Wind Winery. They're on the Wild Slope in Washington State, one of the hottest growing regions in the state, which is east of Yakima and northwest of the Tri-Cities. And this is a sister winery to Duck Pond Cellars. Obviously two different wineries, but Duck Pond being in Dundee, Oregon, known for Pinot Noir. They opened up another vineyard in the Wild Oak Slope, about 500 acres, a few years after 1992, and then Desert Wind was born in 2001 with several varieties that they released. So this is a 2008 Semillon. I love the label that they have, the shape of the label with the Wild Oak Slope and the river coming down there. Very light gold color, reminiscent of a Sauvignon Blanc. Semillon actually used to be one of the most widely planted grapes in the world. Grown in South Africa, Australia, France, the United States. It's very hardy, ripens early. It's lost its popularity, lost its luster, I guess, over the years. But still can produce some great juice. So let's give it a sniff. All right, so it's not very aromatic, but there are some hints of vanilla and pear that come through in there. A little bit of lemon peel, just kind of some zest, like you've done some lemon shavings in there. Nothing off at all, no off aromas, but let's give it a sip. It's actually got a good mouth coating feel to it, kind of like a Chardonnay would have. It's not buttery or oaky or anything like that, like a Chardonnay, but it has that nice mouth feel where it just kind of balances off in the mouth. Probably be great with like a creamy sauce, shellfish or maybe some salmon, creamy buttery salmon would be good in there. Not a ton of acidity in the background or in the back palate. Just has some of those basic flavors that come through that I mentioned on the nose, which is the pear, a little bit of lemon peel that comes through in there, but not an overwhelmingly flavorful white wine. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. One great thing about Desert Wind Winery is they opened an awesome tasting room. I think it's in Prosser. I'll have to double check and put it in the text, but I think it's in Prosser. And it's an events facility. They have a hotel or some guest rooms, have a restaurant, seasonal restaurant. Beautiful space. Prosser has become quite a destination, really, to go and taste wine in the state of Washington. So highly recommend you get out there. They make all kinds of different array of wines. Some big bold reds, some Syrahs, Merlot, Cab Franc, and of course these whites that we're trying. And actually, the Sauvignon Blanc that I tasted, $15, won my value wine of the month for March, so phenomenal. This is the 09 Viognier, so just harvested about 7 months ago, probably in September time frame. Viogniers, very a French wine, the only wine allowed in the Condro, if that's how you say it, Condro, I'm not French. Low yield, unpredictable, pretty difficult to grow at times. As you can see, the coloring of it, very light in color, but let's give it a sniff. This one makes my eyes light up. It really does. There's a lot happening in here. Very tropical. Some lychee fruits and peaches. A little bit of lemon in there. Just really the main thing I'm just getting out of it is the tropics. Like I'm flowing back to Hawaii, and you get that floral aromatics that come out of a lot of those tropical fruits. So let's give it a sip. All right, this wine is very complex. Has a lot happening in there, and even right now, pretty amazed at how long the finish is lasting. I'll start with the first thing that I noticed right off the bat, and that's the acidity. Great palate cleansing acidity right there. Probably be phenomenal with spicy food, where your mouth is just hot and you need something to clean out your mouth. Got some great zest in there from just right on this mid palate, some of that lemon flavor. A lot of those tropical fruits came through right in the beginning and then were washed away with the acidity in the back. The finish was incredibly long, a vibrant wine. I'm not sure how much the cost is. I'll put it in the notes when I do some research, but phenomenal wine for the money. So encourage you guys, really, this one is definitely a recommend. The other one, it just depends on what you're serving. Probably be great with food, better with food than without. On that one. So Desert Wind, kudos and cheers to you guys. What's your favorite white wine to sit around and drink in the summertime? I know, in the summer when it's hot, you're sitting on the deck. A lot of times we gravitate towards some of the cool beverages. For us, we definitely we have mojitos a lot. So drink a little bit less wine and drink a little bit more mojitos in the summertime. But I want to encourage you, life always tastes better with friends, and life is meant to be enjoyed with friends. So open up a bottle of wine and remember to drink happy. All right, so a friend of mine, Clive, always wondered if I actually play this guitar. So I'm going to pull this down off the wall, and we'll give you a little bit of exit music to take off here from. These wines weren't bluesy, they're a little more jazzy, so we'll see what we can come up with on the jazz side of things here.